welcome to another Stone DM with guests again.
Hi. I was drinking. Sorry.
Lush.
No, juice.
Oh,
Tasty.
That's what he's
are you
drinking
good?
too. It's just a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old juice.
So we got Lafian and Aurelia with us again. Had a pretty exciting
Elves rule.
session. That's right. We got the
Oh
elves of the
yeah.
crew here.
Best race.
Yes. Yeah,
Most,
last session was crazy.
a lot of rolling. I hope it wasn't too hectic.
The
Um,
mud was the roughest part, but once I got the exhaustion, it made it like make more sense, I think.
I was just
Yeah.
trying to figure out because like what kind of things would you encounter in like the woods and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
like a little bit of like a ropes course makes sense. The tree slide was just purely for chaos.
Well, that's what it was.
I just wanted to have a little bit of fun there, see if you guys came up with some good ideas or like anything to get around it, like Lafayette with his skis.
We were just
Yeah.
talking about
We
how
we were talking.
nerdy that was.
Yeah, because originally I was like, oh, I'm gonna surf down with my shield. I was like, that's way too cool. Lafian's more of a skier.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Like,
That's even better because he's like preppy and shit. And you guys being
right, right.
elves in the mountains, I can assume you have at like some type of sporting in the winter events. Like,
I'm sure. I mean, that's why Aurelia's definitely not weak. Like, I have a +3 to strength. Like, strength's one of my main stats. So, I'm actually not weak myself. So, I'm assuming we do
Man,
sporting events.
should have been a
I better be
dexterity
careful
elf.
though, because I might walk myself into like having to create the Winter X Games Elves Edition or some shit.
Yeah, we're gonna need a summer
Now there's oh yeah, that's
party,
right.
a
There's got to be a
big
summer
summer
games.
party. Yes, so we're
Yeah.
gonna need a winter one now too. There's just gonna be a full events for you to run.
Just with just thinking about the whole skiing thing, like I didn't think to use my spears to try to help myself climb up Mud Mountain.
Oh yeah.
That's
Lafian's an
hilarious.
idiot. Yeah, Lafian's an idiot.
Like cross country
Just
skis.
yeah, just
But yeah,
Should have
so
thought.
and like the mud, but I didn't want all of them to just like, oh, you fall and you die kind of like thing.
Oh
I
yeah.
wanted it to be like at least somewhat controlled chaos. And like the mud, you're not gonna fall and take damage on this one, but you're gonna get tired. It's gonna take a
Mm,
minute.
I loved that.
You're gonna get tired of rolling even like
Mm-hmm. Me. I still blame Aggie. Uh, but I think it was great because each thing, it wasn't the same kind of skills, so it wasn't just one person could have been good at it. Like, and then the trees were attacking us, so it wasn't a skill check. It was a saving throw, and so, that was different because it was competing roles instead of a skill check. I liked that. That was one of my favorites.
and then anything that happened to you guys before the sign said start testing zone, you guys were pretty fucked.
Really?
Well, yeah, because like you guys were just coming through the forest and like making your way at
Hmm.
that time. So like that's why when Gwen fell, she actually went to the floor, and when Charlie fell
Hmm.
after the starting of the testing zone, different things happened.
We had a bit of a safety net in the testing zone.
Yeah, yeah, that was the whole idea. Is like if you fall from here, you're dead. I can't do that to you. If I'm
Mm.
gonna put you up here and make you run through a fucking ropes course, like granted, there was the bottom option or the top option. Just because you
Hmm.
chose the top doesn't mean you die. Like,
Right. It was interesting to think there could have been a whole different way we went through all this. So,
oh yeah,
hmm
yeah, there was a whole nother direction. Couple different obstacles, a lot of similar shit, obviously, because like you can only do so many different types of rolls, but like
right.
different consequences, but similar damage types and stuff like that. So
I thought it was fun. because
it.
I liked the little tests when we first got our adventurer's license, so it kind of was like a bigger version of that.
But I did have the idea that like most of those things probably could have been done with a team and been easier for everybody.
Oh, we didn't do that at all.
Unfortunately, Charlie ran ahead.
Well, yeah,
that's where it started.
That was insane. I have no idea how that happened.
I was actually like, I was talking to her earlier. I was completely surprised that Aurelia didn't put like Bubo on her back and just kind of use the wings to kind of slowly glide on down, like safely.
Well, like that
smart.
That is like part of the idea. Is like Bubo probably could have helped some of the people get across with a rope or like each other. You guys had the rope ladder that probably would have fit across most of them. Like,
well, yeah, but even with throwing the rope,
tying a rope to each of you could have been an idea. I don't want to throw too much out there because later stuff, but
it didn't help me any. I still fell. So.
Well, no, I'm saying if you guys tied the rope to each other and like you fell, now you're already on a rope,
like actually us being tied to each other instead of throwing the javelin.
Well, yeah, but I still missed my jump.
But then you would have fell down and still been attached to me, so I could have caught you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Didn't think of that. It's harder in the moment, Eddie. You don't understand.
Well, no, I want to understand, I'm trying here.
Hard to think of these things.
No, it really is. And, like, I am kind of famous for, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So, like, I can understand why you guys don't have a lot of time. But there were some ideas that I had. However, I was kind of hoping that most people didn't make it as far as the test goes.
We were wondering that too, because we were going home and we were like, I wonder if Bubo was supposed to, like, in Eddie's mind, be the only one to make it.
Yeah, were we even supposed to do them?
You guys were stuck doing them because that's the only direction. But they are made for people who are more versatile than just humanoids. So if you make it, great. But if you don't, it's kind of expected. So the fact that Aurelia made it, I was pretty surprised, but I wasn't like, damn, or anything like that. I was like, oh shit, hell yeah. Like,
she's the fucking Princess of Cresty. She was gonna make it.
Well, I feel bad, and that was part of it. I was like, oh, I think this is supposed to be like a Bubo moment, but I ended up there too.
Bubo had her moment, or is having her moment.
That's true. She is.
Yeah, we just literally got to like Bubo destination.
True. So I just didn't want to steal it too. And I had some awesome rolls. I still want to mention I had 4 17s in a row, which is just outrageous.
That is insane. But you also had a lot of ones on your advantage.
And if I didn't have advantage, I would have got like 5 ones. It was not good.
But before that, we had a bit of an interesting meeting with some people from home. We met your brother, who had a bit of interesting words. I don't know if any of that has been a thought or not.
Oh, so much of it.
We have discussed that, and my initial thought was like, why is he being nice? Elio doesn't like me. He would never be this accepting. Like, did when we explained it, did Eddie not get it? Like, that was kind of.
But we're not sure if it's supposed to be because he's like
rewatching it
he
during.
Doesn't know.
Yeah, rewatching it during the editing process, I was like, he sounds like he's being a dick. Actually,
like talking down to you the entire time.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, no, you're doing so well, good for you. But like that's the kind of like undertone he kind of had. The way you sold it, where he's like, oh, here's the money, and I'm so great, and talking to everybody is a good thing. Like, look, talk to people, it's great. "Oh, Lothian, you're always so low to like talk to everybody. You should be talking more to people." I was like, I think Eddie gets it.
I'm trying.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let you go and do your thing because I was like, I'm maybe let you know my feelings, but I was like, no. Like I think he's got it because like on rewatch, I'm like, no, he's a dick. He's being a dick right now. Fuck this guy.
And I've said, like, however he wants to run him, like, is nice or is bad, like, good or evil, like, neutral, however it is, he actually decides. Like, I have my own perception of the character, but it's up to Eddie who the character actually is behind it all.
There is different attitudes on display at different times.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's something I want to get across. Like, how he was in front of all the people, and then how he was in the arena.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's
then,
what he was saying.
There's also how you did in the fight, and the actions that you chose that solidify who you are as a person. Because you really are for the crown. And Aurelia really is your focus.
Yeah, because I got nervous. I was scared as Aurelia.
And even in the moment, you chose to use all of your strength against the Crown Prince.
That was actually the only reason why I did that, because initially I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started to, and that was me kind of like revenge. And then when she said stop, that's when I stopped.
So
I listened to her.
There's some layers in that, and I'm hoping that the more interactions that we might have with him can get some more across. But then there's also your other brother who has more of a homebody presence, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But he also is pretty worldly.
Yeah.
Because he's studied a lot of the histories and the politics. So
yes,
meeting him could be interesting too.
Yeah.
Because while he's quiet, he's still going to be useful.
That's exactly how I interpreted it for you to do. Like, interpret. I said me interpreting, but that's not what I meant. But yes, that's exactly how I wanted you to feel.
And
for
like
my other brother,
Elio, I want him to, while he is a pompous dick, I want him to also come off as experienced, because he's probably been everywhere. Like,
right.
Who knows how long he traveled, or if he still travels. Like, what do you actually know about the people around you?
I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't know that much, honestly. Like, I imagine that I get away with everything. Like, I don't have to actually go to classes if I don't want to. Like, I don't actually have to do things if I don't want to.
Right.
I mean, I do have to learn a little bit, enough to get away with it.
Yeah, but you're not paying attention to, like, your brothers
right.
and, like, what they're studying or where they're at, or even if they're home.
I don't have to care. Everything's gonna be there for me,
And then Lothian, like, you might be his squire, but he'll just say, I'll be back. Keep this clean, like...
That's literally Lothian is, like, not never trained. Watched. That's it.
Yeah.
So, like, all this right now is training.
All Lothian.
I feel like you maybe would have trained in, like, secret.
I mean, like, practice stabbing. Like, while I'm cleaning, somebody walks in while I'm practicing.
Like, you got like a broom, kind of like a Cinderella thing. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, you understand the motions, you get the techniques, and, like,
right
now the practicing,
just applying
it has become a thing. And, like, when you took out those first couple of snakes, and they almost took you out, but you landed that finishing blow, like, you understood. You do know,
Yeah.
and like
Mm-hmm.
now you just need to
Well-
like stop turning around and telling the group things and walking into cubes.
Yeah, yeah.
Lothian gets so hurt, which is outrageous to me. He gets so fucking hurt. I mean, that's why he's a tank, luckily. Like, but holy shit. I've
Yeah.
been worried about Lothian the most and Bubo the second.
How do you feel with playing the paladin so far?
So what I love about the paladin is the role play factor is super amazing. It really lets you dive headfirst into this is what I am. So like there's not a lot of leeway.
Mm-hmm.
So like I gotta be this character. And I think that's the best part about it is it really keeps you focused. There's not a lot of options because it's just like hit and hit hard. And then
I
like
love
whatever utility magic you have, if it fails, you're just kind of out of luck. So you might as well smite. So that's it. As far as like fighting, Lafian's a strategist. So I watch what they all do, and then I try to pick. I'm a tactician, so the best thing next, like.
Except when I won't walk all the way around a cube so that other people
Then
can
I
come
move her.
through.
And like that's fun too, because like I like how you guys, while that is a thing you can choose to change, you don't because you didn't do it. So like
Mm-hmm.
we'll do it next time, and like that's fun because like
Mm-hmm.
in the moment you're not always gonna understand exactly how to maneuver, and you guys are still level 6, still getting experience and all this stuff, so like it makes sense. So I'm
like
really
I have
happy.
a +0 to my intelligence. Like Aurelia isn't a strategist. Like she's not charming either. She's strong and wise. Like so.
And what do you think about playing the cleric?
Well, this is my second time being a cleric. But I get to live out a little bit more of that, like being that strong character than the first time, since I didn't think to put in my strength the first time. But I knew better this time. Honestly, Aurelia, just as many of my other characters, is not who I planned her to be, but that is D&D for you. So I don't feel like I use that much of like the trickster side of it, but I do like a lot of the advantages when it comes to like stealth and stuff.
I feel like Aurelia has really grown. Like,
really fast on accident.
unintentionally.
Yes.
But like very naturally.
Well, that's good because I'm like I became responsible in a second.
But I don't think it's unnecessary because of the group that you're with.
It
And if
needed to
you
happen.
weren't the leader, it would have to be literally the guy who listens to you.
Yes. Oh my god. That's so true.
Because no one else is going to do it. As much as
Right.
Bubo could be a leader, she just doesn't have that in her. Like,
Or she's not there yet. I mean, she could like grow, with that and sort of take over.
well, I mean, she'll just leave though. Like, that's what I mean. It's like Bubo doesn't need the group. Like, you either go with her or you don't. Like, and that's like, well, I don't mean like she doesn't want to be with the group or anything like that. I just mean like, out of all the characters, she doesn't like. She more leads by example, so like she isn't a leader, and like if she wants to go this direction, she's just gonna go, and if you don't follow, that's okay too. Like,
Yeah.
like Aurelia
That's
is like,
so true.
this is what we're doing, this is how we're doing it, and like but you need the game plan and you need the structure in order to get anywhere or know where
Yeah.
you're going.
It's hard when Aki's in the group though and does not listen and wants it to be a democracy.
It's one of my favorite dynamics.
It's a lot of fun. I think that there's a lot of time for her to learn that there is not always negative instructions when it comes from a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's going to be a fun character arc too, but I think the trials kind of push that forward a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
That
I
was
really
a lot.
enjoy having that pushback and really forcing Aurelia to make the change into being this, you know, forceful leader type. And while it is a democracy, it's also you're the only one making decisions. So like,
Yeah.
what
Sometimes somebody's
really
just
is
gotta
there to say? Like,
Somebody's just gotta say we're doing this. Like, shut up, let's go.
Yeah. 'Cause outside of that, like I kind of act like an advisor
Mm-hmm.
more than a leader. Like,
Yeah,
like
Lafayette makes
I,
suggestions.
I suggest things, and
Yeah.
then the group chooses.
yeah, but if she wasn't doing that, you would have to be the advisor who was like, we should do this while pushing them that direction and saying, I'm not making anyone do anything. Like,
That's exactly how I see it too.
'Cause,
Like I'm just
like
except for I think just in the town with was it Fort Runoff? I think that's the only place where I was like, we got to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just Lafayette wanting to do the right thing.
which, like, what is the right thing to Lafayette, really?
The fair thing, I feel like.
You know, it's like it's weird, right? Because now that Elio's here, there is selfishness. There is like spite, there is a little bit of revenge. And that's the conflicting thing. Where before it was do the right thing because it's the noble and right thing to do, and this is going to help the princess with all of her endeavors and her foreign policy and whatnot. Like that's the viewpoint up until that point. Me versus Elio was 100% like, I think I don't like you. Like, and this is coming out right now.
That's great.
And like it literally was, if she wouldn't have said stop, I would have picked up my glaive and tried to attack again. Like it would have been a never-ending attempt. So that's where Lafayette is now
losing it.
not the right thing.
That's the other thing
Now-
too, is you are still somewhat secluded in how you do things and who you are, but are you changing your perception on the world or like what you need to do?
Well, with me, it's about trying to find a place, trying to fit in, trying to be accepted. But I don't want to just be accepted. Like, I have to, like, really set my foot forward, which is the selfish part. So, like, that's kind of where I'm at with the character is I need to really, like, put a stamp on what I'm doing because up until this point, I've literally barely been a person. So this is me becoming a person and then kind of like stamping a fuck you on top of that. But at what point is it that I'm going against what principles and everything stand for? And that's where I was like, I'm going to be selfish right now because I feel like I should be selfish right now.
Gotta be selfish to survive, my friend.
But it could get me killed.
Yeah. Which would make me incredibly sad.
Especially with your crown oath. Depending on which
Well-
direction selfishness takes you.
Well, if it takes me one direction, you'll see one thing. If it takes me another direction, you'll see another thing. So
There's a lot of potential with Lafian's story, and I like that.
Are you like trying to play where all the times you've been taken out are like knocked down or hit hard? Like, is that like
Mentally affecting me? Yes. I'm
yeah, that.
yeah.
Oh wow, really, Lafayette? That's deep.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I'm kind of tallying which way I'm kind of leaning on a separate
No.
piece of my mind, and to keep in mind, like I have been failing. To me, I haven't really succeeded at all.
Oh, I hate that.
In the arena versus the Dragonborn, I didn't succeed, whereas Charlie did.
That was wicked.
The
Mhm.
trials, I didn't succeed. Against Elio, I didn't succeed. You
What do
know,
you mean?
there's all
You technically did. You whooped his ass. I just told you to stop.
it
Yeah, the
ended with me,
princess declared it over.
but it ended with me on the ground looking up, and
Oh,
that's in my
God,
that's in my
Lafayette.
heart. You know, like that's what I'm doing is I'm trying to look at where I am in that moment and okay, we won the battle or okay, I did this thing, but that selfish part.
Lafayette, no, I hate this.
That's awesome.
No, it's not.
I-
Well, he
Characters
seems like
take different turns, you know.
he seems like such a selfless character, right? But there is this underlining thing, like he does.
Annika.
It looks like he's making all the right choices for you, but there is still that. What about me?
Boo.
I want to be a person.
Boo.
Do you think that there is an attraction between the two of your characters?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Like 110%. And that was not planned. We really much
No.
planned these characters to kind of maybe not even like each other, or I was gonna be way meaner to him. And then like Lafayette was too lovable. I couldn't.
Yeah, I'm surprised that she so quickly turned because I was ready to get into all kind of hijinks because she was going to be gambling and being reckless what happened. But she grew so quickly,
No.
like none of that came to fruition, and I was expecting to kind of hate dealing with her,
I was
and that was going to
expecting
be an
wanna
issue
be
the entire time.
away from him.
And I would say, like at the start, I thought like, oh well, maybe by the end I would be like an advisor or like what's the thing that goes and meets an ambassador of the elves or something by the end. And now I'm like, no, I think Lothian likes Aurelia. And like you adding the bard really helps that because I don't like the way she's acting now towards me.
Wait,
I'm
you don't like the way
mad.
which one is?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm being mean and cold.
I like that this person thinks I'm great and loves me and is very nice to me. Like, that's awesome, but I don't like the way that Aurelia is acting now.
Well, I didn't
I'm
know if
like-
maybe that made Lafayette uncomfortable too. So now he's just like getting it from both sides and like, oh
Right.
man.
Yeah, of course, because that's my like kind of my character problem is I'm very nervous around women.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you expect to have a character arc with Aurelia, or like even go this direction and maybe not a different one?
Oh my god, Aurelia was supposed to be so different. Like, she was gonna be such a problem, kind of. Like, especially for him. She was written to be like a foil for him. Like, I was like, I'm just gonna give him a hard time. She was supposed to be very much more like Paris Hilton-y. Like, but I don't know. I feel like sometimes you just roll into what works better or what's needed or like how you feel in the moment too. And it just did not turn into that. She was kind of thrust into not being a shit.
That's what's special about D&D is you have an idea, but that idea changes so quickly. because you don't know what everybody else is gonna do.
Yeah, I think the format of this group really like in an actual like story way made Aurelia become like who she is at this point. Like, but there's still a
Absolutely.
lot of things for her to encounter and learn and still
Mhm.
turn into a different person. So we'll see how all that goes too.
Because also, while her negative trait is kind of being selfish and wanting things and money and stuff, um, her bond and the things she care about are trying to be the best in her family and to be like well known and useful. Like she wants everybody to look up to her because she's worth it. So, that bond got set forth very quickly
So
because I wanted people to actually have like me.
so do you see your adventure so far as a failure also then?
Me?
Yeah. Well, Lafian does. He hasn't
Yeah.
made anything
Oh.
yet.
No, actually, I see this adventure as like such a win because I feel like I've met like the leaders of so many different places and I've had good interactions with them. Like I think even meeting like Arthur in the Dragonborn area and how we diplomatically talked about everything that happened, like that was such a moment to me that was like
You've had so many of these like huge moments like that though.
I know. So I feel like I'm actually getting to know the world so that the elves can be more of a part of it.
Yeah. Like
That's awesome.
we connected with the king of Fort Runoff, but the Naga got away. And that's part of Lafian's like I failed because the Naga got away.
And the sheriff is out there somewhere.
The sheriff is still out. Like this is the problem. Like she's over here becoming like a diplomat, and I'm just like, every time I try, it gets away.
And even though the fight is successful, you always wake up on the ground.
Yeah, it's defeating.
He does get beat up a lot, and he gets in a lot of trouble.
And you have such a high AC.
I know.
Saying in such good stats.
Yeah, my AC can be a 23.
My God.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And then Charlie's is super high.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
So you guys are getting into the dark forest, and you finally encountered what could be your first long delay.
Oh yeah, I'm nervous about that.
What are your possible takes on ideas for that, or what might you guys have to do as a group?
Well, my concern is I want part of me wants to be home on time so I'm not in trouble. The other part of me definitely wants my friends to see my home in its glory because I love my home. So it would be really cool if they could. And the other part of me doesn't want to stop on what we're doing because we have so much to do. Like he said, the sheriff's out there, the Naga's out there. I want to get like the elves back to glory and find another one of those like egg things, and like now that is really important to me actually.
And
because again, part of my bond is to be the best the elves have ever seen. Like I want to succeed my family and them be proud of me, and that would do it.
Does Lafian have any inward thoughts about the tier of Gundren? The Heartstone?
Yes. Right now, Lafian wants to kind of explore these places, and I've almost thought of if I'm close, I'll go off alone to see if I can't find, but I'm still not decided yet. But as of right now, all I'm thinking of is if Bubo's gonna be here a month, I need to get the princess home.
No,
Because
do
there'll be
that.
time to come back. And if like maybe Charlie would stay with Bubo or Aggie, and then 3 of us would just go to the
Those are my choices.
Crusty.
I'm saying those really. I'm sorry.
That way
I get Charlie or Aggie. Really.
that way there would be some protection for Bubo if we didn't make it back in time, and there would still be like a 3-2 split. But then it's like I don't know what that person would do for a whole month while they're with Bubo, because
Well, I think that's part of the reason you had talked about possibly doing time skip, Russ. Like, what are you doing this week? That's what I interpreted
That
as.
could be a very easy way to handle some of this. Depending on how much time you guys have before you have to be home, you might be able to make it.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Especially
there's also
if Elio would like to give us a ride home.
well, that's what I was going to say too. Is Elio's also presumably waiting in Magellanes, and perhaps only, however many seats you have would have to go back, and you can be like, I'm leaving again, no matter what. Or maybe
what if...
maybe that could be one of the things is you have to sneak away from home.
How am I gonna get all the way back from Caresti to them?
With your
steal
mom's
magic
card?
wand. Yeah.
Oh, no, Aurelia would be. She would partially love it, and she would partially feel like, "Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm so dead."
I'd be like I'm
Obligated
being
to do it.
Yeah, I'm obligated to do it, but I'm going to be executed. Like this is like I feel like I'm going to get executed every second. That's Lafian's true feeling is like there's no way.
Sad Lafian.
It's not being sad, it's being realistic.
Who did you serve your oath to personally?
Oh,
Sir?
interesting.
What do you mean?
To which
Did
person?
you like? Oh, like
because the
me.
crown
Yeah.
is
To her.
like one
Because-
person specifically, but it will be the princess.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, oath to the crown would be to protect the princess, and the crown is technically with her mother.
See, what I'm kind of figuring is like before you guys left, is you guys said it to Aurelia. Which is why you're bound to mostly her and not the prince.
Yeah.
See, I see it as so.
But the queen
Paladin
obviously overrides everything.
Well, yeah. But I see it as he gets his oath at level 3, and he was with me, and he would have like sworn an oath to me.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah,
during that
that's
time.
kind of what I was thinking.
That's the confusing part.
But I'm thinking the other elves did also.
Oh yeah.
Because you guys all went at the same time.
Yeah.
To the
So
training
if they were
facility.
paladins, they would have.
Well, most of the people there are paladins, I think.
Yeah, I would assume most of our guards are paladins.
But
Yeah.
that would still mean all the other paladins at home are sworn to your mom. So I mean, maybe it's like an era thing.
Well, yeah, I'm sure
Group by group.
whichever guard.
Oh
could
yeah,
possibly.
The queen's child definitely has Secret Service. Like,
Yes, that you're part of that. Like this royal guard that I'm putting together now, which I think
technically
is great. That
we're
Bubo takes
all part of the
seriously.
royal guard.
Yes,
And again, the way it was said, it was like royal guard.
But
Yeah.
Bubo's taking it seriously.
I know.
So it's true.
That's because Bubo's innocent.
I can't go back now
Like
because
Bubo and Charlie couldn't be more innocent.
It's amazing. I love them so much.
They're the innocent, Aggie's the foil, and
Yeah, and I
We're
think
power
that's super
hungry.
helpful.
And we're power hungry. Like, that's true.
We are. It's bad.
That's actually really, really true.
We're both power hungry elves.
Ooh, it makes me think, am I gonna go against you
No,
with my
okay,
selfishness?
this we're watching too much Star Wars.
Now
That's
you're
what's
gonna
happening.
have to have off with this
I'm
head.
telling all this off to the side. I'm just letting you know, like, I could break
If
my
she-
oath on purpose.
She orders execution, bro. That's one shot kill. I don't know what to tell you. I gotta do it.
I don't think I could do that.
I mean, I'll give you a couple
Unless-
rolls to get away, but like,
You would order my execution?
Yeah,
You terrible.
I don't think I could do that. Unless you became like actually evil Lafayette and we had to do what we had to do.
Oh man, that'd be something. Right?
This game could go so many different ways. That's what's so fun.
God, I
We
hope
don't know
not.
what's gonna happen.
Just be heroes, guys.
Yeah.
The world needs heroes.
Eddie, we've heard you talk in your heart of hearts. You're like, I want to see the train wreck.
No.
Yeah. We were talking earlier, like, that's what Chance was. Chance was the train wreck. Like,
I was like, I think Eddie enjoyed that you got frustrated. And that I was like, I think he was just having a great time, like
yeah,
being as goofy as possible.
yeah. I have very fond memories of that.
Oh, Chance
Like,
really doesn't like tackling.
That's not true. He loves tackling.
Hates him.
But thinking back on it, I was like, man, like, we really had a lot of like moments together, like a lot of like really like hard, deep moments. It's crazy to look back on it and like you're like, wow.
I love this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
great.
good.
Yeah, we were just talking about like different pairings that we liked in the different campaigns and stuff. And
Yeah, people
Just
have
how fun
been
it was.
very like which. I think we did it with the last one. Which characters would you guys put together?
in what way?
Out of the ones that you guys have all played so far, like we were talking about the
Oh,
bard,
like in one.
like putting all the bards in a group.
I would like to see maybe one from each campaign.
Yeah, like everybody pick one from each campaign and bring them all together. That'd
Yeah.
be really hard.
Cause like, don't tell each other who you're picking and just like get one of.
Like everybody I've played retired, so it's really different.
You always play
Theron's
depressed people.
He does.
No,
I told
not
him,
always.
he's like,
What are you
"Your
talking about? Baff was like
It's
super humble and happy.
Love Baff.
And so was Theron was
I
very
still love
happy-go-lucky.
I really don't remember the first people anymore.
Really?
Well, I mean, I remember them, but like I don't like.
Well, they weren't as characterized because we've only gotten better at the game.
And we only
That's
had like
why-
8 sessions. Like,
Oh my god, was that short?
Oh yeah, it was pretty short.
Oh my god, I feel like I really know these characters though. Like we were just talking about some fun moments in it.
Corvina.
But yes, well, she would be a Twilight character, or Twilight cleric when I brought her back. Because now that we have more than just the player's handbook that we're using, that's what I would have liked her as. So
Now, with your guys, like you guys will probably have so many ideas for characters that you already want to play, right? Do you guys have any interest in ever just like rolling up a random character and trying to play
Oh,
that
yeah.
one for like long term, like just like a D12 for your class and like and just to see what you get?
I would totally
like...
be into that.
Oh yeah.
Even like if not for a long time, but just to try it out and see what we got, like it would be fun.
Yeah. I've got ideas for like every class, so I'm excited for
But
everything.
you'd like
'cause I want
roll
to try
for your
everything.
race, you'd roll for your class, you'd roll
Yeah,
for your subclass.
We were actually talking like I'm gonna play a sorcerer and I'm not interested at all in being a sorcerer.
I recently decided that I want to try the things that I have no interest in solely so that I can learn them, so that way I know how they work when I run the game.
Yeah, but see, I have no interest in being a druid, and I'm excited for my druid because it's not about the class, it's about the character I want to be.
Exactly.
So the class is just, you know, the mechanics of it.
With this game now being, I think, our longest running one,
Awesome.
I know you guys said you're excited to see this story play out. Is there any point where you would maybe want to like take a break and like do like maybe a different like little bit like a couple week thing or even new characters in this world like or
We could take a break whenever, like I said,
Yeah.
I'm working on my stuff and everything, and we could break in the middle of this. But I like this long run. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
I'm
been
very excited.
super interesting.
yeah, no,
That's-
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying like new character wise, if I die, yeah, I'm happy to play a new character because I got like an idea ready to go. So, if Lothian dies, happy to play a new character. Other than that, no interest just cuz I really like Lothian a lot. Just seeing where he's going, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I am pretty invested too. But like he said, if it was just like for a few weeks, a little side thing, trying something else out for a little bit
Yeah.
in the world, that's fine. Or doing another campaign
Yeah,
for a
'cause-
little bit.
Actually playing like the evil characters in Strahd like for what maybe a session
Mm-hmm.
was really interesting. Like probably one of the funnest sessions of Strahd was breaking it up and playing
Yeah.
random characters. Like I loved being David, who was just some random character. I was like, I'm this guy and this is his personality. So here
Yeah,
you
I
go.
don't ask that because I want to do something different. I like I said, I have a ton of stuff. Like we still have to go to the elves' homeworld. We have
Mm-hmm.
Bubo just found out that she's even different than here. So like there's
Mhm.
more to Bubo's story, maybe. There are several different locations that you guys haven't come across. I have an idea for an undead scenario. That way I can incorporate your guys' classes a little bit more. And just like
Nice.
and that was why I asked if you guys wanted to like get to some of the stuff that you had on the plate or if you guys
Mhm.
wanted, you know, another couple week deviation or, you know, possibility like cuz like I had that idea for a location that you guys could be going to and that instead turned into just fuck it, we'll throw the Hydra in there, wipe out a town before you even hear about any of this, and then see what happens.
I like this particular game so much. I feel like I'm down for doing whatever
Yeah,
and just having fun in it.
yeah. 'Cause
I can't even explain it, and I don't know if everybody feels this way, but I'm like, I'm just having so much fun in this world. It's
Yeah.
really cool, and I have
gotta,
no idea
I
what's
gotta
gonna
know what
happen.
happens next.
Right.
Like every single week, I need to get to D&D because I gotta know what happens
that's
next.
awesome.
Because
Me
even
too.
like large, like I think two of our sessions I didn't get to like be involved because like I was petrified or I fell off of something. So I'm just out of the game for right now. I'm like locked in. Got to see what happens. Still don't care.
Does that ever feel like you're being robbed though? Because like I hate doing that to people.
No.
I
because
try
the
to
role-
offer such easy solutions, but also I feel like sometimes I'm too simple with like getting you guys out of that. Like, is that maybe too
No,
easy?
the roleplay is so good right now that it doesn't matter. And like I would say you don't have to be that easy on us because we were talking like uh from playing D&D, like I know I've seen like how angry I can get for like no reason and I'm like I've walked that back so much. So like I feel like I've like grown just as a person. I'm like, oh wow, what am I getting mad at? Like it's a
Yeah.
game, it's fun. So it's like I'm at a point now where I'm like I'm so lax with everything. Like if it happens, it happens. It's whatever to me. It doesn't matter. And I have ideas to continue on, and it's just like that's how you deal with that. So I don't care what happens. I just want to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I am so afraid of you guys dying, but like I still need to present the opportunities because like I love the characters and I want to see what happens and like, but also like we need it, you know. It's got to
Oh.
happen. Like the
I think
possibilities got to be there, or even like, but also the character ideas that you guys have coming up is like I want to see them, but like I can't. I can't let you
it's
guys die because like what's gonna happen next?
I
It-
know.
it's bittersweet, but this campaign has gone on long enough now that if somebody died, it would be very impactful. Just
Yeah.
because,
But
We've-
it's still
we've
got
all
to be a
been in it.
possibility.
like,
Like,
Char-
I know these people.
like Charlie would be the only one that you'd be like, well, damn, we didn't even get to see anything really, because Charlie's such a John is
He's
so
an
in the
enigma.
moment that you never really get to know his character until like you're actually there.
Yeah, he has
So-
like he is really just in the moment, but I have given him some things that are in the world, but it's very specific. I am going to drop something if there is another interaction with a certain character.
I can't
But-
wait.
That's like
I'm dying.
It's,
to
I'm
know.
dying.
it's like a very
for more
specific location on the map that you guys have zero reason to ever even get near. So we'll see
Now
what
I'm gonna
happens.
Be searching the map. I'm gonna be like, where have we been? Where do we need to go?
Like Charlie is literally that character you pick up in an RPG that like you could easily miss.
Yeah.
And finding all the information about him is you got to do laborious things to get to it. Like you just
Yeah.
Well, you like Final Fantasy VII, and the only way
he's Vincent.
Yeah.
He's Vincent. Like you gotta get in a submarine and go into a secret waterfall to find out, and you can only do it in Disc 4 for it to matter. If you do it any other time, it's empty. But in Disc 4, this is when
I
it
was gonna say
happens.
the lady in the trees too, because you have to answer every question right, and
Oh, Yuffie, yeah, exactly. Like that difficult, but
Yeah.
like with the elusiveness of it's
and
so
like you
frustrating.
just stole all of these people, and you're like, this is my group.
Yeah.
I know, and I wasn't expecting it to happen like that either. But I didn't think, okay, I'm gonna bring all these elves. I was like, ooh, look at this cool person. Oh, he's sitting next to me. And like I don't even remember how Charlie happened. I think he was just there and like kind of started talking to us. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Like I want to
Sorry.
rewatch the campaign so I can remember everything that happened up
Yes.
until this point.
But
I
I fell in love with Boobo right away.
I had an idea where you guys were basically not gonna have a group and then be put together, which wasn't as fun, but it was gonna be a little more insulting, basically to you, because
Great.
it was like they were just gonna call you guys strays because you didn't have a group.
Oh,
And you obviously being a noble would have been like, I'm not a fucking stray, like.
right, exactly. I would've
But
been
yeah, so
insulted.
it would have been like, all right, you're a stray over there, you're a stray, no group, because Laffy would have been
Yeah.
left out for being, you know, the pale elf, and
Mhm.
you would have been indecisive and been like, I don't know who my group is, and
Mhm.
Oh yeah. And I'd have been like, oh, we're strays. That means our home is anywhere. Like it's a positive thing. I'm like an idiot.
Means I'm a loser. That's what she would be like.
Right.
yeah, and then Charlie would have been like, I don't know nothing, and
Yeah.
Boobo would have been like, I'm here by myself.
Yes. Oh my god.
Boobo was great. I fell in love with Boobo immediately. Like,
I just would have like
just yeah.
Which, I mean, wouldn't have been as fun, but it still would have worked. But your idea worked way better. You're just like, who are you?
Yes, I'm like, you're cute. Who are you? You're
Yeah.
mine now.
You're
and-
an elf. Make people move. I need seats.
Yes, he did nice things for me right away.
You.
I just picked these random people out. And I was like, now you work for me.
I'll take the mascot and the idiot. Collect them.
and now we have all these fantastic stories out of it so far.
It's
Um,
great.
I do have ideas for diseases. There's different monsters that give like different types of diseases and stuff. And like the Atu even in the swamp, like when you guys went underwater, could have been an opportunity for us to experience that, but I didn't want all that shit so early, so I was like, nah. But now that
I actually had diseases in Wilds Beyond the Witchlight. You guys just never got anything.
Yeah, that's the other problem too, is like maybe you guys won't ever even come across this. But they're in the roll chart, so we'll see what happens now. The Dark Forest is dangerous, even though we didn't have any animals yet. I just figured some trials and stuff would have been a little bit more fun. We haven't done a lot of rolling. I don't know how you guys feel about those opposed to like just other stuff, but I felt like our travel was getting a little stale on the outside, so I was like, fuck it, we'll just do like a little trick thing here for a little bit.
I thought it was fun.
Speed up when need be. Like, it's not a...
Or just different things, like, you know...
Yeah, mix it up. You know.
It's a different feel than a normal, like, we're just walking along, or... Some things are super roleplay heavy, some things are, like, discovering stuff and doing puzzles. Some are acrobatics and getting around. Some are fighting,
I'm terrible at puzzles. I wish I could give you guys a little better puzzles, but I'm bad at them.
Yeah.
You're supposed to use puzzles for, like, kindergartners. And I did that, and it's still, you guys had trouble.
No, nobody figured it out. And then...
We bashed in the door.
Said wall.
Well, oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys, I don't know. But also, I think it's because people stay in their character so much. Like, if they don't feel like their character would have solved that or thought to do that, they won't either.
Sometimes I think it's that.
Yeah.
I think that's what's fun about the group, though, is everybody really wants to be like, that's what my character would do, but not in...
The toxic way?
A toxic way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like we need a little bit more of the toxic way, though.
Oh, why? No.
Because Eddie wants to watch us be shit sometimes.
Well, no, just because, like, I feel like sometimes
there's not enough shittiness, I know.
We don't want to,
we work
like...
together too well.
No, not even... Sometimes you don't work together well enough.
So we wouldn't even.
But
you and Aggie are amazing.
I don't know, I just feel like that sometimes there's some things that people are holding back on, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But then sometimes it's just like they're holding back on just something that's complete chaos, and like that's okay. Like we don't need you to do that just to do that. Unless we're doing dream scenario, like call it out, dream scenario.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
my God, we could do that.
That's why I was excited.
We could do fucking anything. I don't care. I just want to have fun. Like that's the whole reason I'm here.
Yes.
I was just really excited that Lauren just ran past me because I was like, that initiated something.
And so, well, there is no past.
Just
I
pure,
hope you know what this means.
Yeah. It was chaos because
Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah. Lauren's still pretty new, so like you get that kind of chaotic nature from her, and then John kind of goes in and out of chaos depending on where he's at and the situation he's in. Like he almost caused a civil war on accident.
I was watching this thing. It's Esper the Bard on YouTube. He was doing solo dungeon runs for like other like game masters, but it's like hardcore mode and you gotta like survive.
I love that.
They play a very different game than what we play.
Oh no. We're babies, aren't we?
Well, I mean, it's not just that, but it's like there's like one zombie and there are people who are like finding ways to sneak around it, like trip it, like take it out in like such weird ways. And then there's like rooms and they're like, I'm gonna stop at the like edge of the room, slide circle around the room on the wall, and it's like, oh, I never even would have. I don't think any of my characters would do that.
No.
I'm running right into the room and dying.
No, but like I would say right now that Lothian is terribly afraid of caves. So
Oh,
I
Charlie's
probably
fucked.
I I would probably never go first again, and if I was ordered to go first, I would do it with my hands out and I would be very slow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like we embodied what you're talking about in this campaign so far, especially coming in level ones, the early stages. We were like, our characters are just gonna do whatever. Like Bubo barely shape shifts because she's like, I don't really know how. She doesn't really know. Bubo wouldn't know what to do. Like we're playing our characters more naive, and that helps.
Yeah, I got some pretty cool people for you guys to come across here in this little druid grove, and depending on
Oh,
how
it's
long
so
you guys
cute.
may or may not stay. I wish I could draw it, but I fucking can't.
It's okay. I get it. It's really cool.
It's a giant tree. I have no idea how to draw limbs in a tree, like with things in
Right.
it, and like have it where you can like read it and go that. It's like I
Yeah,
no idea.
I get it. I don't know how to do that either. I feel like it's time for theater of the mind.
And I don't remember how long you guys have to get back to home.
Don't either, Eddie. I don't either.
But
I'm not the person with the calendar.
it's on the table somewhere.
Lothian should know, but I myself do not know.
Yeah, that's what I
We're
mean.
gonna
Like
have to
right now,
rewatch.
I don't remember. I know in game. I could just go check the notes. It's easy, but I don't know if
Oh,
you
God,
have
he
enough
does
time
know.
for Bubo to do Bubo
I know.
or not. But also,
I
like,
don't either.
would you guys wait? Would anyone leave? Like, what are these?
I probably-
What is she getting into? Is it dangerous? Like,
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like, maybe somebody stay with and then the others go
I'm not
and kind of kill two birds with one
inclined
stone. I know
to
you're
leave,
not,
okay? This is a
but
really
Lothian can be
too.
very convincing.
I do know that you could have enough time before the summer festival, but your deadline is before that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe we're just a little late.
And Charlie wants to see
Well,
the
that
summer
will
festival.
get the 3 exiled.
What?
Remember that if you don't return home, they'll have to leave until they find you. Because they were never supposed to be away from you.
Oh, I'm gonna be mean to them. I'm pretty sure, like, if I was supposed to marry somebody, it's supposed to be like Kellyan too, on top of it, and I get him in so much trouble.
I don't think you've been arranged a marriage. I don't think
so.
they would choose that for you. So I think you're lucky
Not
there.
yet. Anyway, you know.
I mean, they might force you to pick a suitor if you got too old, but
Yes.
I don't think we're
Yeah.
worried about that yet.
No
Not yet.
pale elves, so.
We'll see.
I mean, it's up to her. Like,
Yeah.
Well, unless she waits too long.
Yeah, but would the kingdom approve? I mean, it's a whole thing.
It is a whole thing.
Well, it
becomes-
depends. What do Lothian's actions prove? What do they not? You know, what does he show?
Look, man.
Does the princess care? Are
You
we Romeo
can't-
and Julieting this?
you can't end racism, man. Like you can get close, but there's always still a guy.
I know you
There's
can't
always going to
end
be
it,
that one guy.
but you can just go
We
right
can-
around it.
So, like, but.
And that means the next campaign we go into, is there an assassination on the would-be Lothian king? Like,
Oh, stop.
because a
Could
pale
be.
elf can't possibly.
Would you listen? I don't think that's it at all. I think that the kingdom that Aurelia would want to run is a different kingdom than it is now.
I agree. I'm just
And-
saying that some people in your kingdom would still
Some people, and they better not do bad things. Or
off with their head.
Now we got tyrants. A little bit of racism, and I got killed.
Great.
Oh no.
Thanks, King Henry.
No, I think it will be a lot of fun to see how all that plays out, and if maybe we do end up in a spot where we have to like jump a couple hundred years and see what everybody's up to and play some new characters and like
That would
like
be
that
really
could
fun.
be fun. Because like
Yeah.
I don't know when John wants his campaign to take place.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him like it could be hundreds of years in the future. It could be now, like because it's in the same world, but it's just somewhere high in the mountains that nobody can really get to, and that's why it's so hard to get away from. You know, but it could be at any time. I just let me know, and I'll do a little bit of work to see what happened. I'll gladly do it too. Like I want to know what happens too. Like it'll make me think about the world and like what could happen.
I
and,
love
like,
that.
the things that you guys have already chosen to do and like what that leads to, because you have made
I think that
all
would be
these
so fun.
relationships, and you've done it really well. So
I would love to see like the future as a different group of people.
and now that we know that this is just like one little continent in this area, like do we have space invaders?
Yeah, I mean,
what does
like
that
if
look
I
like?
do my campaign in the middle of that and like whatever races are there, because I have a list of races, including humans mostly, that are gonna be there.
Oh, some stupid conquering humans come over.
Well, yeah, that's gonna have some of
Brutal.
those kind of things. I think so far we've got goblins, orcs, humans. I have Triton in there, I think. So
Triton. Is that giant?
yeah, fish.
No,
No, they're
okay.
fish people.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah,
Weird.
so.
Interesting.
Because I think I'm gonna integrate some of the salt marsh stuff into it.
And that's the one that I want to be the half orc in.
Yes.
Probably sorcerer. I might go wizard if that's okay, but
Wizards are better than sorcerers. We just had a very long conversation about that, actually.
it just depends. I have a couple ideas for a backstory on that, so we'll see.
So yeah, tell me that whenever you're thinking of some stuff, because I was starting to write some stuff, and although I am not going to be as open as you, I do like having people have input in their characters and places and backstories.
It's mostly just about how inept he is with magic and how accepted that is and why he is where he is. Like, did he find a place that just gave him a comfortable job after he left because like they don't like magic? And like if he's a sorcerer, obviously it just happens. And if he's a wizard, he has to learn it. So like, did he pick up a book and go, "Holy fuck, what was that?" And like now I know like I'm a wizard, and like, or did he just like do magic and everyone's like, "Can't do that here."
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be interesting.
But I mean, it's really just stupid flavor stuff. It's all I'm interested in.
That's important. And so I can tell you some of my ideas of, you know, if I tell you the places that are there, you don't have to be where orcs are from. You can be from anywhere, being a half orc, like you said.
Well, because you said we got jobs. So, like, I could have had this job for maybe a long time. Like, I set out to be an adventurer and found this comfortable gig and was like, all right, I'll do that too.
And now you're trying to move up the ranks.
Like, I could be like an old ass half orc who's been here for like 80 years. Got here when I was 8.
Start around level 3 probably. So
half orc.
I did a couple cool things, and they were like, "You can stay." Never learned nothing since.
Orcs don't live that long,
right?
But they're half, so
yeah. I don't know if half orc
longer.
Live a different time.
They're probably like around the same as humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think normal orcs only live like 40 years or something.
I think it's
like
more than that.
It's old for an orc.
Well, it's like 80 years.
No, because they fight all the time, so
not anymore.
They don't have.
They got a very low life expectancy.
not new lore that we're rejecting.
I'm being a what?
They also the new lore. They also wear sombreros and ride donkeys, though. Like, it's really weird. Like,
it is really
like
weird.
You could have made that more race specific. Like you should have just made them orcs. And the drow. Like, who cares?
Yeah, we like bad guys.
I love
Why are
it.
the
I'm so
why-
excited
why-
to see what we come up with next.
why are
Yes.
the drow black? Because they live in the freaking dark, man. Like, God.
They're like
Jeez.
purpley, gray, and black.
Yeah.
They got cool colors. It's
Yeah.
neat. Like, let them be.
Yeah, they also can't see in the light well. Like, come on.
It hurts
There's
them.
reasons. Wizards of the Coast are stupid. What a dumb group of people.
Oh my god, chill out.
Oh, fuck them.
Okay. Chill
w-
out.
we already bought our books, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn it.
we already gave them a gazillion dollars because of those books are so fucking overpriced, and the new ones are written with AI.
Well,
Okay,
like,
now I'm complaining.
as soon as we got into the game, they came out with all the new stuff.
yeah, like
So,
we're like, well, we
but-
bought our stuff.
I'm
I'm glad we
happy
missed
with
it.
5e. I kind
I
of
love
wish
5e.
we could have tried 3.5. I don't know like how much different that is, but I hear a lot of good
It's
things about
cool.
it. But
I mean, I would be interested in it a little bit, but like, I've built a character for 3.5, and I might have played 3.5 both times I did, and it's weird. It's different.
yeah,
Like my second character was like a princess monk who used like hair whip and stuff, because those were moves and things you could do.
weird.
Yeah. So I. Think
But I
that's
mean, you can do them
3.5.
here too. Just let me know. Athletics check.
True. True.
Make an attack roll. Bianca Belair, baby.
Yeah, we have to like come up with it ourselves.
Yeah, that's the things I wish I got, but could be better at too. Is just like flavor, man. I'm
Mhm.
all about that flavor.
I know we forget. Like, I feel like the Ilya Lothian fight could have been like more epic. Like, but we forget that kind of stuff.
I felt like it was epic. He was the
What?
golden scorpion, man. Like,
Yeah, with the pike.
mhm.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Overhead
We did
strike.
good.
I don't
I
know
mean,
if that sounded cool or not, or if that works in D&D.
No, that
but,
was
like,
awesome.
Yes.
It made him sound epic.
He's got a
Um,
name.
But the Dragonborn one
solidify
who
his
was
stuff.
using the shield to hit us with
That
the
was really
like that was
Mm-hmm.
the very like you were very in depth with that, and I was like, man, this guy's a fucking boss, man.
Yeah, that's stuff I wish we can get a little better at. I need to do it, like, even with the monsters and stuff. Like, it's just so
Man.
hard to like, just remember everything.
Dude. Well, I mean, it's one of those things because you're like, oh, let's move it along so everybody can be involved, but it's like, man, let's just make the moment. If you make the moment, it'll be worth it for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose that's a
Right.
good spot for this one.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I feel like we've been doing this for a little bit.
It's been like an hour and 10 minutes.
Well, we did good. That was
I
fun
could
time.
talk forever with you guys, but yeah, we'll go ahead
I
and end
know.
it here.